Padraig, you're very welcome back to Adair Manor, of course, a place you know very well. You're very friendly with JP and his family. How excited are you to finally be here after such a long wait?
You know what? It really is like that. I'm thrilled to be here, but it's amazing the relief. Obviously this got cancelled in 2015, then it got moved on 2020, with COVID. There's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes, so there is a strong sense of relief that we're here now, and it's amazing the work that JP and his family do it's a lot of actual behind the scenes, day in, day out, thinking about it, work for this. It's I know it benefits the locality so much. I think the last one raised 39 million for the local charities, but it's an incredible amount of work they put in, and from somebody who's somewhat on the inside and can see that, there's no attention to detail, and it's very hands-on by themselves. It's actually the family that do it all the way through. So this isn't something that's pushed away to somebody else. They're actually doing the physical work. So, and also I think the great thing about it is because they're so involved, the locality here have taken ownership of this event. They've actually taken ownership of Adair, the Adair golf course and manor. Everybody who works here, everybody who lives around here, genuinely loves the place and takes that ownership and wants it to see it doing well, and feels like it's a part of the community, which is testament to the McManus family, that they, as much as they came in and bought it and revamped it, it's literally a facility for the locals here to see, to be proud of and to see what can be achieved on a world stage.
You've been heavily involved in the course changes, of course. How excited are you to, first of all, see the fans out there, but also what should the professionals and the amateurs expect over the next 2 days?
The best way of me describing this golf course is I could turn around to my wife and say, look, I'm going playing golf, and my wife would go, yeah, fine. If I turn around and say I'm going playing golf in Adair, my wife says, yeah, I'm coming. So this is what's here. It's a venue it's the best venue in the world as far as I'm concerned. I'm loving the reaction I've got so far from the players who have seen it, because I knew how good it is. I'm sure they're going to go out there and be blown away. And bear in mind, the golf course is set up, if you ranked it on a scale of 1 to 10, in terms of difficulty, it'd be set up about a 5 this week. This course can be really tough, but, because there's amateurs here playing, it's set up to be just a nice play this week. So it'd be interesting. I'm interested to see how the scoring is and how everybody likes it. But for me, it's a fascinating golf course because it can play. I can come down here and play off the 4 tees, and it's really easy. And I know how hard it is when you play it to some of the tougher pins off the back tees. So I think the players, as I said, I was somewhat involved with it. With Fazio designed the golf course, but all the Irish players were down here and somewhat involved with the team of the golf course, that what's going to happen. I'm so keen to see how the players how they feel about it, because I think it's the ultimate test of being pretty nice golf course and easy enough for the amateurs, and yet can be very difficult for the pros.
Thank you, Padraig. We'll open up to some questions from the floor. If you can please raise your hand, Diana will take the mic to you. Rex.
Padraig, why do you think this field is so good? Why do you think so many players come out?
JP and his extended friends. So there's a few others involved. If you support JP, he'll support you for the rest of your life in your charitable endeavours. I have a Padraig Harrington scholarships up at Maynooth College, has put 174 kids through scholarships, and that's fully funded by JP. So he supports charities all around, and if players support him, he'll be there for them. And plus, if you become a friend of JP, which these players will, there's very few people, professional golfers, and this is tough, can reach out to and talk to, look for advice from. And JP, and as I said, there's others whether it's Joe Lewis, Derek Smith, Michael Tabor, they're all there involved in the golfing community. And these are people that golfers, when they're looking for what advice in the world, they can reach out to these people. These are friends that will help them out.
You've worn a lot of hats for the Ryder Cup. What kind of venue do you think this will be for the Cup?
As I said, I think it would be interesting, because when myself, Shane, Paul McGinley and Rory opened the golf course, we opened on a beautiful day, sunny day, perfect, hardly any wind, and none of us broke par. So this course can be set up whatever way you want it in terms of difficulty. It's obviously got some very dramatic holes, especially here around the Manor. So I think it will be an exciting course, but I think it's going to be even a better venue. It's purpose built. You know, they doubled the size of the hotel to make sure there's enough room for 2 teams. There's plenty of space for everything that goes with an event. But I think the biggest key, I know with a Ryder Cup you get a lot of international people coming in, but I think the biggest key is the fact that the locality here, the people of Limerick have taken ownership of Adare Manor. You know, as much as JP is the actual owner, the people of this community genuinely have taken ownership, and they will make sure that there will be no stone unturned to make sure that the Ryder Cup in 2027 is a success for everybody who comes here. Look, obviously the European Tour and JP can look after the players and the people on site, but it's the community that will look after the guests that come into the country.
Any more questions? Thank you, Rex. Brian? Just Brian up here in the front, please, Diana.
Talking about the Ryder Cup, Padraig, would you be saddened if people like Lee Westwood, Paul Casey, Poulter were no longer allowed to be involved in the Ryder Cup?
I honestly, all these guys are my friends, 100%. I haven't got that deep into the Ryder Cup side of things yet. I know I talked about it the other day, about the competitive side of it. I really don't know what the right scenario is going forward for the Ryder Cup. I know when it comes to this week, they're my friends. This is a little bit like, being here is a little bit like Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving for your family. You know, you could have a sibling sitting there, and you could be, we'll Americanize it, you could be a Republican, they could be a Democrat, but you're all friends at that particular time, and maybe politics isn't mentioned over the dinner table. So we're here for 2 days and it's great to see, golf is getting a bit of a hard time at the moment. It's great to see, look what we can do with golf. Look at the money that's raised here. Look at the people that are going to enjoy this weekend. It's great to see what golf can really do in a situation like this. And as I said, it's fantastic. So it is a little bit like, as I said, like a Christmas dinner. Everybody here, and they are all our friends. Everybody is friends here. So on an individual basis, this is not a difficult situation here this week. We're all friends. And as regards, as you said, the Ryder Cup, I really haven't got into what's on the table, what's the proposals, what's going to go forward. Outside of that, this week we're here to have fun, and it's so far so good.
Should they not be available, would you be able to throw your hat back in the ring and be captain again? Would you like a second serve?
I think there's plenty of people who've got a future in being Ryder Cup captain, and I think everybody should be given that chance. I had my chance. As much as I loved the experience of being Ryder Cup captain, and I really did, it was a tough call, and I don't see myself going back into that arena again. It's just the nature of the business. You should get it's a one and done, and it's a bigger event than the individuals. So there's plenty of worthy. There's loads of worthy captains. Whatever happens, there's plenty of people out there who will do the job justice.
I'm just going to go over to the far side.
Mr. Harrington, talking a little bit about the Live Golf. Some people see DP World Tour as becoming a feeders tour. Are you concerned, or where do you stand?
I like the fact that they made the announcement last week. It was more focused on DP World and the PGA Tour. It gives great pathways. It gives a bit of foresight going forward. At the moment, there's no doubt that the PGA Tour was the dominant tour in the game. It's amazing how much it's evolved from the 80s where there was that contention. Then Europe was very much a second, not a second, but a competing tour. In the last 10 years, it has, the PGA Tour has stolen a leap. It's gone. All the players at the very top end have wanted to go. Now with this new announcement and partnership, it means they won't go as quick. They can see, and I actually think for me it was ideal that I played in Europe from 96 to 2005, even though I was eligible to go to the US. But I was patient and learned my trade and grew and went when I was very confident and ready. It's very difficult to go into a new pond. Be a big fish in Europe, and then you go to the States and you're a little fish. It's tough to change like that. Even if you're good enough, it's tough to change. And we've seen players step back. So I think the future. I liked what they said, and I look forward to seeing this, because it definitely looks like there is a nice future for the European Tour and a nice pathway for young players to stay and grow their game and become, mature. Because it's the college system is not for everybody. So definitely was very positive.
So is it sad for you to see with Live Golf what it's doing to golf?
As I said, personally, I believe there's room in golf for lots of tours and lots of competition. I think the PGA Tour and European Tour have upped their game, have improved their game, and I like the fact they're focused on themselves. It's great to see that there is, the more the merrier. If you ask me, everybody will find their place, and as I said, in 3 or 4 years, 5 years time, things will have settled down, and we'll all know where we stand. At the moment, there is disruption. There's no doubt about it, but disruption is not bad at times. As I said, there looks at the moment like, as I said, the PGA Tour looked like they strengthened their position. The European Tour looked like they strengthened their position. So, I feel that there is plenty of room, and time will tell and show it up. That's where I'm at. I don't have a fear at all, to be honest, at the moment. I think you'd be surprised in a couple of years' time how everything sort of finds its place.
Any more questions? If you could raise your hand. Yep, just here.
Alan McDonald, the course superintendent here at Ayr Manor, has lived this golf course, I think, for many years at this stage, and he's providing pure distinction bent grass greens here in Ireland, which is a great achievement in itself. You've played on the best golf courses in the world. How would you?
It can't be better. The golf course cannot be better than its condition. That's just the way it is. It's as perfect and it's as perfect as you'll ever see a golf course today. It's nearly like that 365 days of the year. Like, it is the attention to detail, the time and effort put in is second to none. And anybody who goes out there, if you come here on a quiet day, you look out to the golf course and you just think this is the most luxurious park you've ever seen in your life. Obviously it's busier here today, but I hear back people are saying they don't even want to walk in the grass. It doesn't look real. It's that. So yeah, look, the attention to detail, but not just today. It's like close to all the time. Like, they try and obviously put your attention to detail all the time, but it's nearly in perfect condition 365 days a year in Ireland. Like, can you imagine in Ireland? So they really, I can't see that there's any more effort put in anywhere in the world to get a golf course as good as this. And this is what I was saying, like, the greenkeeper staff, they have bought into it. They want to be the best. Everybody in this community wants Ayr Manor to be the best it can be.
Padraig, we were all very proud to see you winning the US Open Seniors. What sort of balance are you going to strike for the rest of the year between playing on the normal tour and playing on the Seniors Tour?
Yeah, I'm certainly spoiled for choice, for sure. I've got some PGA Tour events, some European Tour events, and some Champions Tour events, and it is trying to get a mix. At the moment, I'm playing 6 events in 5 weeks, and I have to walk them all. Imagine that. Normally, I get to ride in a cart. Yeah, look, I love playing golf, so that's a good thing. And I do, because of that, I just have to balance how much work I do in around the golf. But there's no doubt I probably couldn't keep this pace up all the time. Maybe because I'm such a young guy at the moment on the Champions Tour, I'm trying to push myself out there. But a balance will have to be struck at some stage. But I love playing the events I play. I choose my events now based on what I like, which is, I suppose, is a nice way to have it. So when I like a venue and like a place, I'm more likely to go play it rather than, I nearly choose a venue over a tournament now. There's something where I know I'll enjoy myself.
Thank you. Any more questions from the floor? Nope. In that case, we'll wrap up. Thank you very much.
There.
Oh, Phil.
Padraig, you're heading to St Andrews next week, and all the very best there. Can a player over 50 win a major?
100%. Didn't Phil did it?
A second player over 50 win a major.
Okay.
You
Look,
chased him home that day as well.
yeah, look, Tom Watson proved that, you know, it's certainly possible. I'm sure there's been others. Phil has done it. Obviously, when it comes to a links golf course, it's even more, you know, more of a chance. St Andrews too. Yeah, look, I wouldn't care. I don't see myself. I don't have a barrier of 50 years of age. In my head, the only barrier I have to win in tournaments is you know, a little bit of nerves. How I manage my mental side. So it's not a physical side that's an issue. So yeah, every time I tee it up, I think it's going to be the week. I think I can do it, and it's probably at my stage a little easier to win a major than it is to win a regular event, because you know everybody else is going to be feeling it as well, which is, you know, I tend to perform better when I've got my back to the wall, and I know coming down the stretch in a major, everybody else is going to feel the same way as I do.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, Padraig.
Okay, thank you.